and find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey guys, hope you had a great week or work week. Friday. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about today, but we'll see how it goes, and maybe you guys have some things that we can talk about, or because I haven't heard anything really today about anything going on. So I've been making a bunch of sound bites.
Loud noises.
I don't know why I think these silly things are so funny. But I need to learn how, though, people are able to figure out, like, how do you find what, I don't know. Anyways, you would have to be here to understand what I'm talking about, I guess. Hey, Lucy Goosey. I'm just kidding. I mean, Lucy Cat. Not a goose, it's a cat. Oh, gosh. Sometimes when I get bored, I say really stupid things. I've been thinking about going live like for a while, but didn't know what to talk about. So I do know that I guess those of you who are into the Dylan Round case, somebody was arrested in that situation. Which was what's the guy's name? Let's see, Dylan. I haven't followed that case. I just saw it's an older man. Well, not he's like James Brenner. A man has been charged with the murder in the case of Dylan Rounds, a 20-year-old Eastern Idaho native who has been missing for 9 months. James Brenner, 59, is charged with 1 count of aggravated murder and 1 count of abuse or desecration of a human body, according to Utah court records. Charges were filed Friday by the Box Elder County Attorney's Office in Brigham City, Utah. Brenner has been in the Box Elder County jail since being arrested on a firearms violation in June. He was squatting on property near Dylan's farm when the young man disappeared. Okay, so his body hasn't been found, so how can they charge him for 1 count of abuse or desecration of a human body? How do you think they were able to charge him with that? I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I don't know much about this case at all. Actually, pretty much zero. Says, Justin and I would like to thank everyone for the support you have shown us as we focus on finding answers in the disappearance of Dylan. Candace Cooley, Dylan's mom, tells East Idaho News in a statement Friday. James Brenner has been listed as the official suspect since July 2022. These charges are based on solid evidence that has been released by Box Elder. We ask you to continue your thoughts and prayers for justice for Dylan and that we can bring him home. Dylan was farming in the desert town of Lucin, Utah, when he vanished over Memorial Day weekend. His grandmother spoke with him on May 28th, and nobody has heard from him since. There has been no sign of Dylan anywhere and no activity on his cell phone or bank account, according to his parents. Cooley says Dylan's body has not been found, but they remain optimistic he will be recovered soon. East Idaho News will update this developing story as we learn more. So no. How do I find that? Jane, what do I look up? Jane Carter? Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on, I'll find it. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jane Schneck. I found it. No, they're in the pugs. I'm so happy. The Los Angeles PD is really looking seriously into Aaron's death as a possible homicide. It means that he will get justice. I'm really hoping they can prove he did not do that to himself. He had everything to live for, a beautiful son. Tell these obviously wealthy people to investigate what really happened to Aaron. The media, Nick won't do it. Oh, wow. Thankfully, it seems now the detective is going to interview certain people. Ganfile, Spencer, Betty, Angel Kowinski, everyone who's involved at the end. He was manipulated and driven over the edge by all the users. Melanie knows them all. Louis got Aaron on whippets and back on drugs. Check whatever he is. Spencer got at least 100,000 neighbors who sold stories. So is she cool with Melanie? I mean, here's a picture of her right now, or right here. Why are the towels perfectly placed if Betty supposedly dragged him out of the bathtub and gave him CPR? Okay, here it is. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Says, still trying to get a real investigation for the death of my son, Aaron Carter. I want to share these death scene photos with you all because the coroner wrote it off as an accidental drug overdose. They never investigate it as a possible crime scene because of his addiction past. Look at the photos. They were not taken by the police, but they allowed people to go in and out, although a lot of potential homicide information was there for years. Aaron had a lot of death threats and many people who were making his life miserable. My God. Ugh. Oh my God, that's horrible. Why does that look like that? Is that supposed to look like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. He's talking about getting him bars. Great friend. Also, Melanie has pictures of him getting whippets for him. Perfect trigger. This guy, Louie, used Aaron and made sure he was drugged to make money. Melanie said, "Oh my God, I'm going through Aaron's text with Louie. He's talking crap on you." She said, okay, Louie saying, "You feed into it because you're alone. They haven't had your back. That's what family does. No matter what, they have your back. It's your life. If they love you, it involves them. You want peace, and people won't let you live. Your mom is literally ticked up fucked up right now. Your mom is drunk trying to tell you to go to rehab. How are you supposed to hear that?" He said, "What the fuck?" Aaron says to him, "When can I get the Cadillac back, bro? Just let me know about the caddy when you can. Super important. I'm carless, bro. We need a serious conversation. I'm very upset right now. I haven't been paid from my microphone. I haven't been paid from my microphone or the 3,000 that was promised from this venue. I need you to call me ASAP. I'm not happy right now, man. What should I say? You play calm, always calm? What?" Definitely going long distance. It definitely isn't. Okay, so this Louis guy says, "Okay, I'll lock it up, bring you some Zans, then go take it. Then go take it into the Escalade, or bring you down some Zans, and then go pick it up." I think he meant to pick it. I don't know. It should be able to do that, right? And at least brakes work. I managed to get a few bars from the homie Albert out here. "Oh yeah, it works. I just don't want anything more happening to it. Just take care of it. I'll bring it in myself. It's all good. How long you gonna need it for?" He said, "Hell yes." About the Xannies, it looks like he was replying to. Aaron was. This guy says, 3 days. I'll take great care of it. I also have non-owner's insurance, a triple A, but I got you. And Aaron said, "Okay, I don't want anyone else driving it or having it but you." And then the Louis says, "Bro, fucking never." It's like I can't even read what that says. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. It's breaking up? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Why wouldn't Athena be okay? Why? What's wrong with... What do you mean? No, where'd you hear that at? Why would somebody... What do you mean is Athena hurt? Where'd that come from? By the toilet. That's the green fur jacket soaked on the floor. Remember that green jacket he was last seen in walking into Walmart with that dude. The photo of Melanie by the toilet. That's the green fur jacket soaked on the floor. Huh. I haven't. Well, I was wondering why those pants. The water would have been overflowing. He was in there for 2 days. I haven't been following Aaron Carter's situation, really. Wonder if Aaron died and then put him in the bathtub. He's talking about me. About what? It's okay. Thanks for the... It's publicity. All right. All publicity is good publicity. What's he saying? I mean, I'm not gonna... He's pro Dawn and Candace right now. Or Dawn. So... No, I saw the green coat. But I haven't seen the whole Walmart thing that you're talking about. That jacket looks soaked like with water. Oh, he was saying... White boy's saying that Athena's hurt? Oh my God, that's horrible. It said Athena. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out how to turn on my, maybe I can get Athena to... Let's see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me see. Yeah, you guys can. Okay. I'll get Athena. Am I still breaking up bad? Really? Wonder why. Hold on. Let me see here. Let's see if we could change up something. What's my what mic is it using? So it's not plugged in. Oh, I sound good now? Okay, it's good now. Okay, because I guess people were saying maybe they're still behind, because I guess it was like kind of acting kind of... So maybe they're just behind and it hasn't... Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me get Athena. I like to prove everything, you know. Come here, Athena. Athena. Come on. Come on. People want to see you. Look at that dorky. We got to take that sweatshirt off. That's dorky. You can't look like that in public. You can't look like a silly goose in public. Come up here. People want to see you. Come on. The people want to see you. Oh, wait. Stay. I'm not dressed, so I'm like not dressed for YouTube anyways. So I'm trying not to. Can you see her in the bottom left or hold on? Say hi to everybody. Come here. Say I'm alive and well, peoples. I'm still here. Aren't you? You're still here. Still. Look how, but see how she's built? She's so athletic. Put your ears up like they usually are. Come on, put your ears back up. No, I saw you. You did it for a second. Turn this way so people can see how your Coke bottle body, so everybody can be jealous. What are you doing? You ready to go back to Mama's house? Ready to leave Grandma's house and go over to Mama's? I say that when when I say that, I mean I'm Grandma, obviously, and anytime she comes into my area, it's Grandma's house because she usually doesn't come here in the living room area or in my bedroom because to keep her out of products and stuff. There you go, hon. Go back to Mama's. All right, guys. So yeah, she's fine. I don't know. People like to say the craziest stuff, like just to cause issues. Okay, cool, Dee Dee. Thank you. She is, isn't she, God's girl? She really is a pretty, she's been a real blessing, honestly. Especially for Caitlin, because, you know, with Jim's passing and stuff, I think that Athena's been, well, she calls her best friend. It's so, it's really cute. I don't know. They say stuff like that all the time, Lucy. It's crazy. The scary dolls, right? No, she'll tear them up. Maybe that's why she tears them up, Connie. Because they are scary looking dolls. I need to list those too. I got rid of a bunch of them. I put them on auction on eBay. Oh, sorry, you guys. Okay, so for those just getting here, this is we were looking at Aaron Carter's mom's Facebook, and she shared some pictures of the crime scene. Or, well, we don't know if it's a crime scene or not. Supposedly, they try to say it was because she doesn't feel like that he would do that to himself. And somebody could have set it up perfectly. I don't know. I wonder how what you guys said earlier, what somebody said earlier about maybe like moving him. Somebody moved him into the bathtub. That's possible. Okay, Dumby, thank you. Yeah, that's at least the third time that there's been a rumor that Athena's hurt or passed away. And each time there's that rumor, it gets, people believe it less and less. So, oh shit, where did that go? Okay. I'm not familiar too much with Aaron's case either. Somebody just brought it up. Well, when I first found your YouTube, it was you and a guy covering the Chris Watts case, or do I have you mixed up with someone else? Either way, I found you when you were covering Watts. Me and somebody else. Like, I've never covered Watts' case, but I mean, I have done a couple little things about it, but it was way after the Watts case had already been done. So that's how I kind of got my way to this community, though, was from the Watts case. That's when I started, watching Molly Golightly and JS for Justice. So that's kind of where it started. I wasn't on YouTube yet. My first time on YouTube on this channel, I mean, I've had this channel, I think, for a while, like this account, I should say. But I didn't start really going live till September of 2021. There's no water in his lungs. We have 2 therapy cats, Ezra Timothy and Gypsy Shenanigans. Oh, cool. Did you used to have a guy on your channel? No, I'm trying to think who you could be talking about, because I was very, very, very much into the Chris Watts case. I don't remember ever going live about the Chris Watts case with somebody else. I'm trying to think. Are you sure you're Wait, are you talking about you probably are talking. The only person I could think of would be Voices Behind the Wall. Sharon. Well, I don't know if they were a thing yet. I think that's right when they first got together, right? Why would they put him in the bathtub to revive him? I didn't think about the fact that somebody might have did something to him and then moved him into the bathtub. But, it would be people. That's the thing. Like, anybody planning on doing something like that to somebody like Aaron Carter, if there was somebody who, if it was a homicide, then, which is probably, it's very possible. They were thinking, well, they're going to just believe it was an overdose because of his past. It was clear that he had been using again. And I mean, his whole life was on, I think that was basically how he was making money now. He was basically, did he even really sing anymore? Zov Girl? Oh, I love Zov Girl. Yeah, I've had male panel guests. I mean, people used to always come up on panel, and it's kind of slowed down because when I went through some problems here on the channel, I kind of just let the channel die. So now I'm going to try to bring it back to life. Hopefully we get a little bit more like how it used to be, but I don't want to do like, Jerry Springer live like it used to be. Not to that degree. Has anybody seen Don Wells in the chats lately? Put him in the bathtub to try and cover it up and drip. Did they give him a toxicology? I'm sure they gave him a toxicology test, right? Did they ever say what was in his system? Hey, Sheba. Oh, that's possible, Connie. You know what? That might be totally possible. Maybe he could have been using with somebody, and Aaron OD'd or something, and to try to to get him to come to, maybe they did put him in a bathtub. But that would totally go against, that would mean the housekeeper was in on it then, because she said that she went to the door and tried to ask him if he needed anything or something like that, and he told her that he didn't want to be bothered. Yeah, he did post some live, and he posted, there was a live he had right before he passed too, where it was clear that he was talking. It was probably that Louis guy that his mom's speaking of, and the dude was over talking to him while he was live, and I guess the guy didn't know Aaron was live, really, which you should always assume that with somebody like him, because he was always live. And he said something about Xannies or something like that, about getting Aaron some Xannies, and he was like live. Cause of death is still not released. Really? I thought that his mom said that they were trying to say he unalived himself. Hey, Jam and Robin, RJ, Country Girl. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, he was. I felt, what's his birthday? I wouldn't be surprised if his birthday was, if he's not a Pisces. He really was very sensitive like a Pisces. Oh my gosh, I know. It's horrible coming off of benzos. You talked to Mel. Well, she's even had it. She's even been through it because people are suspecting her, I mean, because who's going to benefit the most if with him passing? doesn't she like get all his stuff? Because, or no, it probably goes, I doubt it goes to, I don't know, does it go directly to her, or does she have any access to his money and things before their child turns 18? I don't know if they had a daughter or a son, I forget. He's a Sagittarius. Oh, we're just talking about Eric Carter at the moment. Bipolar or something. I don't know. Drugs can induce like bipolar like symptoms, and so it's hard to say like if he really had something like that, or if it was a drug, a response to drugs or whatever. But he's had periods of being sober, I think, so maybe they did diagnose him. I don't know. Hey, Sammy. Thank you guys, by the way, for all the birthday wishes and all that. It's very much appreciated. You'd say he has different mental illnesses. He definitely dealt with some kind of depression. But I don't know if that was like acute depression, or if that's actually something he dealt with. Everybody deals with depression at sometimes, but has he been clean enough to even be diagnosed with something like that? He was really good to his fans. I don't know. Every time I saw him like really be, really sweet to his fans and make them feel special. She's bare. What do you mean she's bare? So sweet. Oh, thank you, Canadian-ness. What did Sammy do? I'm confused. Or wait, did she just show wait, did I miss a member chat? Hold on. Oh, why didn't it show up on that didn't even show up on my, of course, StreamYard. StreamYard does not show these things. Thank you so much, Sammy. That was so nice. Yay, thank you. She is. She's purchased a lot of memberships for people, and that's really, really sweet. It's not cheap. It adds up. So I appreciate that. December 7th, 1987. I think that makes him a Capricorn. Might be kind of close to Capricorn. That was really nice, Sammy. Thank you. we'll say it's a birthday present. So I don't know much about Aaron Carter either. Yeah, we lost a lot of people because I know Josh was about to go live and stuff. So I don't know he's going to be talking about. Yeah, Aaron is the little brother of Nick Carter, who is in a boy band, Backstreet Boys, I think. Then he had his own music pop career. Yeah, he was really sweet and seemed really sensitive, and he had a major family issues that was out in the public eye. A lot of drama between him and his brother Nick Carter, who was probably considered more famous because Nick Carter was in Backstreet Boys. I don't know. I guess it matters. Aaron Carter was on he was on a lot of the Disney programs, wasn't he? Like those shows. Oh yeah, I'm sure it was difficult. He passed away. He was found deceased in his bathtub from an apparent OD, but possibly but people don't believe, a lot of people don't believe that that's what happened. His mom is really fighting for it to be investigated. Let's see what's been. We haven't heard from. So Tiffany's never went live or responded, did she? I imagine I would have heard about it if what's this? What is? I doubt that. I doubt that Summer went. I doubt that she was sucked or fell into a sinkhole. I mean, how would she? I mean, unless I don't think she just wandered into one. That would be a way to get rid of somebody for probably ever. Family show. Then he was on Dancing with the Stars and other shows too. Maybe Celebrity Rehab or maybe Big Brother or some shows like that. Yeah, I think he was on some type of Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, right? I'm waiting on an email back. I got a really interesting email with somebody who I hope that they contact me back. If they hear this, please email me back. Actually, maybe I know how to get a hold of that person because I think that's the same lady. I don't know. Anyways, this person's name, I don't want to say their first name, but they emailed me trying to talk to me about Earl Taylor and the red truck. So if you hear this, please contact me. But he never called out Michael Jackson, though, did he? He was always seemed in support of Michael Jackson. Oh, was he? Did him and his girlfriend go on Celebrity Couples Rehab? I don't remember. Yeah, but he let people really get to him, though, like bad. It's surprising that, I mean, you'd think that he would be pretty much used to the hate, but do you guys see that Alex Murdaugh, his head shaved? Did you guys see his mugshot? Yeah, he did stay at the ranch, didn't he? What is this? If I could speak to Jose now, I would say I'm sorry for what was done to you, and I'm sorry strangers on the internet was who informed your family of your passing. Jose, you and your family deserve better. You love summer, and that was so obvious. You had a gentle soul that was beautiful inside and out. You never you've forgotten that I can promise you. Sleep tight, Jose, in the arms of angels. Oh my gosh, not this girl. Oh gosh. I remember. Do you guys remember this girl? Oh my god, I have not seen her for freaking ever. She was like one of my biggest, like. Who remembers her? Holy shit. I was like, how does she look familiar? Oh my god. Oh my god. This girl was so stuck on me for freaking ever. Let's see if the videos are still up so you can see. She doesn't have. There's some up, like, but she took my name out of the titles.
And I've kind of been distracting myself from it, to be honest. It is a difficult one. And I want to do as much justice for this one as possible, because I've been talking about people going real life on this app,
Oh, I didn't know I was free. I didn't know I was muted this whole time. Yeah, I mentioned it, read an article about it earlier, Samantha. She's just some girl used to have like she really used to come after me big time. She left me alone though after a while. I just hadn't seen her for a while. I was shocked. I hadn't seen her for like a year, so lost a lot of weight. How many think that he's going to survive in prison, or does anybody think that he'll unalive himself or somebody will take it into their own hands? I just wonder. I think he's going to be a huge target in prison. Like, I don't think he's going to get treated very well in prison by inmates, but he'll probably get lucky and go to some like really, some kind of special prison only for people, special people. Yeah, she went missing before him. It would be, but I'm sure, Dylan needs justice too. He will be hanging out with all the prisoners that he put there. Oh, good point. Good point. He was attorney, so like, yeah, he might have some people that really hate him in prison. That's true. That's probably how he'll he'll probably have no problem with commissary and stuff, but that's probably how he probably will help people with that. Insurance claims? So he never like sentenced anybody, or not sentenced. Obviously, he's not a judge, but he never, because he was a prosecutor for a while. But did you guys hear this? Listen. So, person was yelling, "Buster is next. Justice for Stephen Smith." And so, I guess we've determined this whole time he hasn't been he wasn't locked up, because that looks like to be some kind of, this backpack must be his. It must be his property I'm guessing. And there's a iPhone attached to it, it looks like. So I guess he was bonded out. I have yet to have anybody tell me if he was, or see proof of him, whether he was like bonded out or had been staying in jail. I know his calls with Buster from earlier online, but did he get out like later on? I know he said that he was innocent, But of course, if he wants any chance of ever getting out, which the chances are almost like zero. I mean, seriously, it's zero. Like all those financial crimes and stuff, he's never getting out. But if he wants cleared on these charges, he knows his only chance is to say he's innocent. But you know what? If I did something so heinous, like I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't even want to live if I did something so horrible. Yeah, did you guys hear the judge say, well, maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was you after you took like 20, 30, 40, 50 pills? He wasn't free. I thought maybe he bonded out. Yeah, his son goes by Buster. No, can't wear your suit when you're convicted. Now when he goes to court about his financial crimes, then I think they might let him wear regular clothes. Not sure. Cakewalk for him, play cards, work out. If he's already through, I'm surely he's already through the withdrawals. That's probably part of the reason why he lost so much weight, what I would think the stress, but I don't know. Some people, actually, most people gain weight with stress, but I don't know. Opiate withdrawal, though, that will definitely make you lose weight. Yeah, you're supposed to, because they don't bring people in there in jail clothes because they want them to get a fair trial. I guess it's just the whole seeing them there in jail clothes. Oh, thank you, Sammy, again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, really? So he got to go to detox. How come he got the pleasure of being able to go through detox? What the hell? Are you serious? Oh my God. They really let him go through detox? They don't do that when you get arrested. At least they didn't used to 20 years ago when I was addicted and went to jail. No, you don't. They don't give you anything. They won't even give you anything to help you sleep. They want you to sit there and be tortured. How come he got to go to detox? Pills, he was addicted to opiates. That would not kill him. It would just make him feel like he was going to die. Well, they give you medications to come off of it, so it makes it easier. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than having to just cold turkey it. You get medications, so you don't have to go through the torture of detox. That was really sweet, Sammy. Thank you. He ran to detox during the investigation. Once charges were pressed and he got arrested. Oh, okay. Because he knew he was going to, so he didn't want to kick while in jail. That makes sense. His brother described his withdrawals, I think, before he went to jail. Okay. Yeah, I guess that was smart, or because they will not, you can go get prescribed. You know, it doesn't matter if you're prescribed Suboxone or whatever. They don't give that to you in jail. Even now, I mean, I don't know. That probably will change in the future because but there'll probably be a limit. They'll probably only, I would say, probably only a few allow addicts like that medication for a few days. But it would still, I don't know. Maybe it will never get to that point. Who knows? They didn't used to give you anything though. Nothing. Yeah, are they? I heard that was procedure, or they said haircuts are procedure, but is shaving bald? Is that procedure? Like, or did he ask for that? I wonder. I mean, because why? I mean, you might as well just keep your head shaved. It's be easier, you know, if you're going to be in prison. He doesn't have anybody to have to look nice for. Katie, a Canadian S. Thank you. See, look what you started, Sammy. Thank you. Dusty. Thank you, guys. No, there's a new one of his head completely shaved. It's a brand new. It's definitely new because the sheriff was, or somebody in the head of the intake for the Department of Corrections said that it was procedure. So, but they didn't say, they said haircuts were procedure, but it doesn't say whether like shaving bald is. God, yes. He looks like, yeah, he looks sickly. Here, I'll show you. How did he not like? I guess he pretty much he's probably expected this, right? He knew he's had time to, because he didn't really seem too shaken up being convicted of double murder of his own son and wife. But at the same time, he's had a while, I think, to kind of take in the fact that he's going to prison for the rest of his life no matter what. Surely he didn't think he was going to get, somehow get away with all these crimes. He should have just pleaded guilty. Why did he even, well, not with the financial crimes. He might as well just plead guilty on all those. Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you. There's a rehab center next to Don and Candace, maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from where they live. Oh. Maybe that's where Candace went to for that one time that she went to rehab for that short time. You know what, Rue? Do you think he probably is going to be like kicking himself and like, oh, should have, would have, could have. Oh, if I wouldn't have gone on the stand, if I wouldn't have done this, probably cussing Paul for having that Snapchat video. That was fake. That was the universe right there, making sure he didn't get away with something like this. You can run and you can hide. Money can cover a lot of things for the rich and powerful, but God sees all. And eventually, how embarrassing. How just absolutely disgraceful. What a disgrace and what an embarrassment for that area. He should be completely embarrassed for soiling the name of his family for the rest of, people want to leave a legacy, but he ruined his family's name. How horrible. Wow. I don't even know how he could even live with himself. He ruined. If Buster didn't have anything to do with Stephen Smith, he ruined his son's life. Gosh, the stuff that he has put his own son through, Buster too. But, from what I'm hearing, Buster might not be so innocent. So I don't know. I'm kind of holding back from giving him too much sympathy just because of the why is this only what you gonna do when they come for you? Man, they still have cops on. So this is where Alex Murdaugh is now. The intake center probably. Or is he? I'm guessing he's. See, South Carolina Department of Corrections Administration Building. Exterior view of the administration building. Oh, okay. Well, they're probably not housed there. But when you go to prison, you go to it. You have to go into something like this, like intake, and it takes like 30 days or something. You stay there for a few weeks while they do all kinds of tests on you, psychologically and medically, and then they decide where you go. This will be very interesting to see where they send him. Says Alex Murdaugh, the disgraced South Carolina prosecutor who was found guilty of murdering his wife and son, was booked in South Carolina's Kirkland Reception and Evaluation Center Friday evening. The 54-year-old was completely shaved and wearing a yellow jumpsuit in the most recent mugshot after a judge sentenced him to double life sentence. He will be held in a single cell for now, a South Carolina Department of Corrections source told Fox News Digital. He will be assessed and we will determine what his permanent placement will be, said the source, who noted haircuts are standard procedures. Alex Murdaugh's prison houses South Carolina's most dangerous inmates. We don't even know what prison he's going to, so how is that possible? How do they know Alex Murdaugh's prison houses South Carolina's most dangerous? Because right here it says he will be assessed and we will determine what his permanent placement will be. For the next 45 days, Murdaugh will be housed in the city of Columbia's Kirkland Reception and Evaluation Center, which is maximum security, level 3 facility that houses male offenders. It's responsible for some of the state's most violent and dangerous criminals, according to the prison's website. Well, they all have to go through there. So, of course, the most violent and dangerous criminals are going to be there because they all have to get every single person put into the DOC has to go through there, right? In the state of South Carolina, anyways. Just like here in Indiana, you go down to Indianapolis, I think. I'll have to listen to the phone calls, so I haven't listened to them yet. Okay. This is where Murdaugh will spend the next 45 days during the inmate intake process, which includes medical tests, mental health, and education assessments. The SCDC said in a statement. Corrections will gather other pertinent information before the State Department determines which one of the state's maximum security prisons he will serve out his double life sentence, according to the SCDC. Alex Murdaugh walks into the courthouse during his sentencing at the Gallatin County Courthouse in Walterboro on Friday, March 3rd, after he was found guilty on all 4 counts. God, how embarrassing. There are just over 1,700 inmates in the facility as of Friday, according to the SCDC. Murdaugh's sentencing on Friday capped off the sordid and spectacular downfall of the scion of once powerful Murdaugh family legal dynasty, as he continued to deny he killed his wife and son. Judge Clifton Newman called the evidence against Murdaugh overwhelming, but said the murders may have been perpetrated by the monster you become when you take 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 opioid pills. Murdaugh used a shotgun to kill his 22-year-old son, Paul, inside a feed room attached to the dog kennels at the family's hunting estate known as Mazzell in Islandton, South Carolina, and a rifle to execute Maggie, 52, on June 7th, 2021. Let's see.
Foster is next. Justice for Stephen Smith, Alex. Foster is next. Your son is next, Alex.
Wow. After deliberating for less than 3 hours Thursday in the Gallatin County Courthouse, the panel delivered their guilty verdict. Jurors had endured a wearing 6-week trial and testimony from 76 witnesses, for which they were paid just $20 a day. The trial, which drew global coverage, was originally supposed to last 3 weeks. They paid $20 a day, and they probably got other benefits, I'm sure, right? The jury did not pose a single question to the judge or request clarification during their speedy deliberations. They had their minds made up. The day of the killings, the chief financial officer of his former law firm confronted Murdaugh about missing fees, and he had a hearing scheduled later that week in a wrongful death lawsuit stemming from a deadly 2019 boat wreck. So the day of the killings, the chief financial officer of his former law firm, day of the killings. Wow. So the day of the killings, he was confronted about missing fees, and he had 8. Wow. So is that really when the day of the murders, is that when he was accused of financial crimes too? Was that the very first time? Stephen Smith is another Okay, so Stephen Smith is another boy who was murdered in the area that is tied to the Murdaughs. There's rumors that Stephen Smith and Buster, Alex Murdaugh's son, were having a secret affair or secret, they had hooked up or something. And supposedly, these are rumors, allegedly, and that this is what's in the documentary that's on Netflix. And if anybody has not seen that, that's really, really good. It's really good. So according to that, Stephen Smith is a kid that was killed who is gay, and some people think it was Buster was involved in a way to cover him or keep him from talking. The judge did let him have it in a respectful way. I like that judge. He reminds me of my grandfather. That's how my grandfather was. His disposition was exactly like that judge. I never heard my grandfather ever say, get mad ever or yell, or he was just very, what's the word? Like stoic, or I don't even know if that's the right word. Paul Murdaugh had crashed his father's boat into a bridge, killing 19-year-old Mallory Beach and injuring 4 other friends, and Murdaugh was facing a multi-million-dollar claim. The murderer's Waters argued bought Murdaugh time, delaying an inevitable financial reckoning. He was later charged with stealing nearly $9 million from his clients in his law firm, which was founded by his great-grandfather, who served as top prosecutor overseeing 5 counties in the Low Country. Which, by the way, guys, that law firm now doesn't even hold the Murdaugh name anymore because of him. He completely just tarnished the family name. 3 generations of the Murdaugh family controlled the office for 87 years. The reign only ended when the retirement of Murdaugh's late father, Randolph Murdaugh III, in 2005. Murdaugh took the stand last week and admitted he's a drug addict, a thief, and a liar, but adamantly denied killing his wife and son. Newman told Murdaugh that even if he continues to deny his guilt publicly, he'll have to deal with the haunting crimes he's committed in his own soul. I know you have to see Paul and Maggie during the night times when you're attempting to go to sleep. I'm sure they come and visit you. I'm sure, the judge said. Oh, yeah, and did you guys hear Alex when the judge said that? The judge said to him, once again, I know you have to see Paul and Maggie during the night times when you're attempting to go to sleep. I'm pretty sure they come and visit you. I'm sure, the judge said. And Alex said in response to that, every night. And the judge said, I'm sure. Let's see here. What was it I was going to look up on? Something on Alex Murdaugh. I had it. Oh, the phone calls, jail calls. I'm curious. I'm going to hear part of them. With brother and son. Here, let's go to Murdaugh. It's too confusing. Too much going on here. I can't find anything.
calls are subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Amtel.
I don't know if we will ever fully understand Alec's this decision another day. Both the fits how deep the corruption goes in
Right, love you. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry you had to do all this stuff.
believed by so many around him. Human beings' crimes could also be
Stuff. All right, man. I love you. Right, love you. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry you had to do all this stuff. It's okay. You always say that. But anyway, I love you. All right, love you too. I'm very proud of you. Thanks. Bye. Bye.
So for a few short moments, I was almost fooled myself. Could I be wrong about this guy? His family? But don't worry, that didn't last long. Alec Murdaugh is still hustling.
Hey.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Hey, Lizzie, what information do you have to put money on Candy?
I don't have to put any. I mean, I got the website. So I can re-up it.
No. Here's what I'm really asking. You remember me telling you about the guy, Clarence? He's called a runaround. He's the guy that does all the stuff, and he's the guy that helps me get books and all that.
Yeah, the one I didn't answer.
That's right. And he scurries around in a wheelchair. I mean, he does so much for me. I'd like to give him a little Christmas present. The only thing I can give him is some money on his canteen, and I'm trying to figure out like what you would have to put a little bit of money on his account. What information you would have to have.
Oh, I would need to know, like, his number.
Okay,
Like
that 6-digit number.
Yeah, that 6-digit number. And then I would, well, what is his full name?
Like first and last or full name?
Probably just first and last.
And his name is Clarence Hare, like Hair, but I'll get his number.
Honey, if you can hang on 1 second, I can go down to my computer and see if I can just type it in.
Got nothing but time.
He's still gambling.
What are you doing?
Just finished playing a little poker. I told you my canteen got screwed up this week, right?
Yeah, you did.
So I didn't get anything. So I've been having to play chess and cards and chunk and poker for canteen items. I'm about to stock back up.
He's still enjoying his jail snacks.
You know, the food's so bad, but Jim put some money on this canteen, so hopefully I ordered it today. They say hopefully it'll come Thursday.
I'm trying to find the call straight through. Joe calls from jail. Here's Buster.
Introducing Astapro Allergy. Astapro is storage.
So here's it looks like Buster and Alex's.
Hey. All right. What time do y'all get back?
Back to where?
Home.
Like 5 o'clock this morning.
How'd y'all get back at 5 o'clock this morning if y'all left at 10:53 out there?
Time change.
Yeah, I know, but it's 10:53 out there. Y'all left, right?
No, we left at 9:30.
9:30 out there. So
you left at 9:30. It's a 4-hour flight, so you really land at around 1, and then you travel through 3 time zones, which adds 3 hours. So we landed at about 4:30.
10-4. Dang, y'all have to be tired.
Yeah, I am tired. I am. Well, it was easier for me because they dropped me off in my car, which was in Columbia, and I just went to my apartment and slept for several hours.
Columbia, where did y'all fly into?
Charlotte.
Why'd y'all do that?
It's just that was where the cheapest flight was.
What'd y'all fly on?
Spirit Airlines.
How was that?
It was better than I expected it to be.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I thought, I don't know, I just, it was better than, I just thought it was a real cheap airline, but I mean, it was nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Did y'all have room in your seats?
The seats were all right. But it was, it's just a different, like the seats don't recline because they can fit more. If they don't recline, it's just, it's just different.
So you went 4 hours with no recliner?
Yeah. But everything was still fun. And then going to Sedona was a good time.
Did you get to gamble any?
Yeah. So I did go gambling, and then the next day there was an article created about how I'm misusing funds.
By gambling?
Yeah, someone took a picture of me and John Marvin in the casino.
You're kidding me. What a fucking... Are you kidding me?
No.
How do they recognize
No.
you?
Man, I guess, but, I'm a national figure, I think.
I guess you're going to have to wear a hat and shit when you go places.
So.
Well, I know you haven't seen Brooklyn. I just want to make sure you made it home. And you got that thing set up now?
Yeah, so I set it up, and I prepaid $50 onto it, so it should be good from here.
I'm not going to call you for $50. How much does each call cost?
It's 60 some odd cents a minute with $6 if your call goes over 15 minutes.
All right, well, I'm not going to keep you. You go be with Brooklyn, and where are you going to be tomorrow? Be here. Hey, please stay on John Marvin's ass to see about that stuff from Murdaugh and any of those other funds to put on that thing.
Being taken care of in the morning.
So Mark's going to do it?
Yep, they're writing the check in the morning. The check will be ready at 8:30. Johnson is someone to pick it up, and then simultaneously running it over to Palmetto State to apply it. And I'm driving to Charleston in the morning to pick up the check for the pay.
And going to apply that too?
Correct.
I mean, I don't see how they fuss when everything's being applied to the bank.
Yeah,
10-4.
So all that'll be done. All that'll be done by lunch tomorrow.
That makes me feel better. So it'll be $350. How much has been put on it so far?
Dad, I don't have an exact figure. A couple tens of thousands maybe. Just selling pieces of equipment.
All right. Well, I love you, and you.
What are you redoing your bond hearing tomorrow, or does Jim just give them the psych evaluation?
I don't know. They're not redoing the bond hearing. I don't know if he's going to have another bond hearing. He's just going to rule based off of this.
So this isn't like a formal, like you walk back in there and it's like a courtroom type thing.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll reconvene for that or not, or he'll just go off the paperwork. I don't know.
10-4.
I'll try to talk to Jim sometime tomorrow and let you know. I would assume he would get the documentation. He would ask the state if they have anything, and he would rule based on those things.
Sure.
So, all right. Give Brooklyn a big hug again and tell her congratulations, and you get some rest.
I will.
And I'll call you. You're going to be working in Hilton Head?
Yeah. I'll just be remote, between here and Okeechobee.
Okay, so you'll be at Brooklyn's house or Okeechobee, not at the store?
Yeah, no, I won't be at the store.
10-4.
All right. I'll call you sometime.
Why does he always say 10-4? 10-4. Sorry, guys. I had to get up and do something real quick. They use code in some of the calls. There are several deaths. Alex was having family putting money on the books of other prisoners for commissary. Yeah. Wait, there's another incident. Stephen was on the. Oh yeah, no, Stephen incident. The Stephen Smith incident is completely separate. Yep. Usually 3 days stay at the county after sentencing. The prison will come with the thief in the night, screening you off to your way to. Well, yeah, they'll take you to intake first. I'm surprised they didn't have. Which is a good point. Why did they take him straight to the Department of Corrections? Usually you have to sit in jail and wait for freaking them to come get you and transport you to the intake. But no, for some reason he gets to. Well, I heard the judge say that he feels like they've overstayed their welcome or worn out their welcome in the county that they held the trial at. So maybe they want him out of there, and that's why they transferred him immediately. Usually it's a whole huge waiting process. The housekeeper died on the property, and then Alex screwed her son out of the insurance money. Yeah. Wow. So many deaths surrounding them. Okay, so Stephen Smith, the housekeeper, when obviously Maggie and Paul Beach, Mallory Beach. Anybody else? That's crazy. I know what 10-4 means. G-Crime, I know what 10-4 means. It's just like he's not a trucker, and he's never worked a job that would make him like say 10-4. So why does he say that? It's just weird. Fell down the steps, yeah.
And just catch up. How bad did we get beat?
44-14.
Who did the Cowboys play today?
They were on bye week.
Huh?
They were bye week.
Was it bye week?
Yeah.
And then Brady played on Thursday night?
No, Brady played today. Played today at 4. The Bears.
Did they win?
Yeah.
They did?
Uh-huh.
10-4.
Yep. And
how's your
Braves are going to the World Series.
Yeah, so I saw where they were winning 2-1, and then they, I watched it till about the 8th inning, and I saw where it was like they were winning. I knew they were going up 3-1. So the Braves beat the Dodgers. What about the Red Sox and Astros?
Astros won.
You kidding? 10-4. All right. Well, you go be with Brooklyn, and I love you, and I'll give you a call. Okay.
All right. Love you too.
So do you guys think that Buster feels like his dad did something? Or hold on one second. 100. Surely he knew that people would be listening to his phone calls.
A phone call I make, they're keeping it indexed, and people are listening to it. Probably multiple people.
Alex tries to comfort his son during several conversations.
I mean, I put so much on you.
It's all right.
Maybe say that, but it's not okay. I just wish there was something I could do about it now.
And also ease Buster's mind about the civil lawsuit involving Mallory Beach's boat crash. Buster allegedly gave his brother Paul his ID to buy alcohol the night Mallory was killed.
This case against you is really, really next to nothing. The boat case, civil case against you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew that from the beginning. It's just they just play all these games, and I'm getting real tired of it.
No, I don't blame you.
But there'll come a day.
You know what? You're right. Karma's
Alex uses the phrase, when I get...
Karma's a bitch. It sure is, isn't it, Alex? You know that better than anybody now, don't you? You thought you were invincible and it was never going to catch up to you, and that you used your position in the community as a way to manipulate and steal, lie, cheat, kill. You better make sure you get right with God. Sounds like Buster's helping his dad with shenanigans. Yeah, and his dad's putting him up to it. I would be pissed if I was Buster. I would be so mad. All the shit his dad got him into. And Alex, you are right. You have got him into. You should feel bad for all. I mean, he's your son. You're supposed to want better for your kids and those you love. So why is he putting his son in those positions?
Head out multiple times during 121 different calls over a 6-month period. One time even seemingly dismissing a new set of charges filed by the grand jury against him.
They told me the grand jury indicted a bunch more things on last Friday, but that's just overkill, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, they're just trying to pile it on me now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
But I can take it.
And other times he gets reflective about how this started with his alleged drug use more than 2 decades ago.
A lot of thinking and, just about taking all these pills and how that all started. And, I mean, there's no doubt when I started taking them. You know what? I'll wait till I get out and tell you all this. There's things I remember now that, this just goes back 20 years.
Now, while Alec did not mention Maggie or his son Paul's killing in the recordings, other than asking a family member to put flowers on their graves, he does mention the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division has information that there is, quote, no connection between the Murdaugh family and Stephen Smith's death. Now, despite Alec's claims, SLED has not.
I'm still confused what SLED is. I've heard this a lot. Hey, Sugar Moon. They got a total of $800K, but they did do it in payments and screwed him around. He gave her son $800K and kept $4 million. Son had no idea. Oh, so he got, wow, that's horrible. So the son thought that, he had got all the money that he was due, huh? But really, Alex was taking off a whole bunch off the top, like 90% of it. He didn't even take just like a little bit. He freaking takes 90% of it. Like, what the hell? That's how confident this guy got that he was never going to get caught. He was taking millions and millions. He took several million and gave the family $800K. That's just greed. Greed AF. I don't know. There is so much more to life than the love of money. And his addiction probably did. Like, this probably, 20 years ago, is that when all the financial crime started? I mean, it's very possible. The trail of pain this family left behind is unbelievable. Yeah. But it seems like the family of Maggie, I don't know. I didn't know how to take, I saw her sister on the stand, Maggie's sister, and I just didn't know how to take, I didn't know how to feel, I couldn't tell how she felt about Alex. To me, it seemed like she still loved Alex, like, as family. It didn't seem like she was like upset with him. I'm wondering, does her side of the family not think that he did it? Or South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. Okay.
I'll tell you what, Gray Holmes texted me earlier, said he was supposed to take a deposition at Alvin S. Lynn, and they couldn't do it because y'all were on shutdown, lockdown because of COVID or something.
Nah, they stay on lockdown. What I understand the problem is they're very, very, very understaffed. And so, I don't know what, they have shortages on shifts and not many corrections officers, so they end up, being on lockdown.
Right.
That's at least what they tell us,
Right.
When was that he was here?
Literally, no, he didn't go. He was supposed to go, but he texted me 2 or 3 hours ago and said that.
Huh. Yeah. And then, when they're short-staffed and they have fights, they all have to leave and go to that. particular place, and so they just lock everything down.
Right. I got you.
Man, I
Hey,
got
brother, you talk.
stories to tell y'all when I get out of here. Shit you wouldn't
Hey,
believe.
brother. Yeah, but I can't imagine.
No, you really can't. You can't. I'm telling you. A lot
Hey,
of
brother,
fun.
have you talked to Jim and Dick or whomever else about filing bankruptcy, bro?
Yeah, I mean, we discussed it, but there's some time in.
I mean, it's almost like you're stuck in bankruptcy right now, but you got all the bad from it, but none of the good from it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're trying to. They asked, Jim and Dick wrote a memo for Tiller to go argue about that. They just said it's absolutely as wrong as it can possibly be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
That is just wrong. So they're talking about, I'm not really familiar with this, but apparently there's a civil remedy. What is it? I've heard of the writ of mandamus, but I don't really know what it is. But it must be something that gives you quick turnaround.
Right.
When
It's
you got
something
immediate
straight to the
harm.
Supreme Court. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they're going to do if, he's going to deny it, and he's going to do it. But they at least told me, Dick came to see me yesterday and told me that the Supreme Court, they filed I've heard of this too, but I didn't know what it is. You know what a habeas corpus, a writ of habeas corpus is?
I know it's something directly to the Supreme Court, but other than that, no, I don't know.
So apparently, there's nobody with this kind of stuff that has ever not gotten a bond. It might be a huge bond, but they get a bond, and you're constitutionally entitled to a bond for non-capital offenses, is what they tell me. Constitutionally entitled. And because it's a constitutional violation, you can file a writ of habeas corpus. Same thing like writ of mandamus for a civil charge. Habeas corpus is for a criminal charge. I think they're the same thing, just one's criminal and one's civil. And anyway, they initially said they weren't going to expedite it, but then they said they are going to expedite it, and they gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. I don't get my hopes up about anything because I don't think normal rules apply to me right now. But they seem to think that if the Supreme Court wasn't going to do something, that.
Oh, so poor Alex thinks that he's getting the raw end of the deal. Oh, he doesn't. Normal rules don't apply to him right now. Really? I think there'd be a lot of people that thinks that he got special treatment. I mean, years and years of special treatment. Maybe not for this trial. I think it's good that it's a good message to the public and to those in these positions that, even you will go down, eventually what is done in the dark comes to light. Right? You would think so too. You would think that. It is weird that he didn't seem to be clear on what that meant. But and yeah, he did act like he was really getting out. He's like, well, I'll have to tell you like when I get out of here, I keep seeing 111 like ones now lately instead of threes. I'm not sure exactly. I think that means kind of same as 333. Anyways, as far as angel numbers.
That they wouldn't have done that. So they're at least optimistic they're going to do something.
Right.
I mean, the Attorney General only asked for a $200,000 bond, I mean, they could give me, a $20 million bond, but, and comply with the Constitution. But I'm being facetious. I think it's got to be, reasonable, but they could say $5 million.
You wouldn't think the judge would say more than what the Attorney General asked for,
Well, he said no bond.
Let's see here. Alex Murray used phone calls to manufacture an alibi. Oh, yeah. This was 10 or 8 months ago before he even.
Nuts. So next thing you know, I mean, he's always banging on the door. Next thing you know, Buster, he's taking off all his clothes, everything, and he stuffed them in the toilet. And he's steady flushing the toilet so it'll run over.
Right.
They do that all the time there in jail.
We take a bunch of towels and shit and shove it up on his door where it's backing up in his room. And then we turn the water off. The officer opens the door where the water is, so we turn the water off. Well, next thing you know, that bastard pops the sprinkler head. I didn't even know you could do that, but apparently if you hit it hard enough, you pop the sprinkler. So he's in his cell, butt naked. Buster, he's taking shit. He's shit in his hands, and he rubs it all over the window. The doors have windows in them, you know?
Right.
He taking shit and rubbed it all in the window, all on the walls, and then he busts the sprinkler head off.
Damn.
I mean, a nasty son of a bitch. So that was all day Friday. 2 inches of water went everywhere. Then these fools backed up a toilet this morning, but fortunately it didn't come down to where I was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just crazy stuff.
Oops. I thought it was a little bit longer than that. I was listening from. Okay. Trying to get son Buster into law school after plagiarism.
Did you talk back to Butch?
I spoke to Butch a couple times on Friday, and he was supposed to be getting in touch with Hubbard. He had gotten in touch with Hubbard, and Hubbard seems to, he just had, apparently Hubbard had to run it by, like, admissions and all this other stuff, to, I guess, to be able to set the record clean or whatever, but I haven't, Butch is probably going to call me this week, I would assume.
So did Butch think that they were going to do that? That Hubbard sounded willing to do that?
Yeah, Butch seems so. Butch said that he was, he says that he's cautiously optimistic.
About taking the restrictions off of you and making a 2.55.
Yeah, correct.
Now, if they do that, go ahead.
It seems to me like they have to, because they can't offer me to come back in the fall, and then I do everything in the fall, and they're like, well, I know what you did, but this is still your grade.
Yeah, you say you're going to make a 3.2, and they say, well, you still got this. That doesn't make sense either. Now, if they offer you that, Buster, to start fresh, do you think that's the thing to do?
I do think that's the thing to do.
I definitely think it's the thing to do.
No question. Given the scenario, me not knowing if I'm going to go back and work for the law firm, my grades need to be as high as possible so that if I want a different job, I can get one.
No doubt. And that'll allow you to do that. Don't make up your mind until you know all the details, but I think that's a good thing. Well, I'll be glad for you to hear back from Butch. That's kind of exciting news, Buster. I've been worried to death about that.
Buster has no intention whatsoever applying to. You don't think so? Why do you say that? I mean, it would suck to have a lot of pressure on you to apply to law school, and and have to carry on the Murdaugh name and become a lawyer, just like the last generation. It's me ones all the time, really? Yeah, I see 111. 111 angel number. Signifies confidence within yourself and motivates your own strength and decision making when opportunities are sent your way. It's like I'm connected to myself or the universe. It's a green light. Why do I keep seeing? Uh-oh. In most cases, it means your soulmate is coming closer to you. Oh my God. I don't think so. I think you have to get out and about and meet people to meet your soulmate. I don't get out. Well, yeah, I mean, I do, but just around this area, and I really doubt I'm meeting my soulmate in freaking Shelbyville, Indiana. But, you know, which is funny too, because that's what my what's my horoscope was saying. I know there was 111 in chat earlier, and that's what made me think about it, because I'm like, there was 111 in chat, and it always got stuck on 333 in chat too. Like when I do streams about Summer Wells, when there's more people in here and stuff, just watch. It just seems to get stuck on 333 all the time. I'm curious though, Connie, why you think that he has no intention on applying to law school. You're probably right, but I was just wondering. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like an expert on this case or anything. Let's see what they're talking about in Josh's.
Exactly. If not them, where? Nothing else makes sense. No, it really doesn't make sense. It's never made sense. None of it makes sense. Gwen, I think I can see you somewhere. Are you, Gwen? I don't know. Trevor says that his were taken down. Yeah, this whole Steve Wilkos thing. Look, any kind of press would be awesome, but yeah.
Well, that's where everybody is.
Unless further observation is needed, the ER is where you wear your regular clothes. The only thing ridiculous about this video is that he would call CPS on Robin's daughter for seeing Candace and then releasing balloons for Summer. Unless further observation is needed,
Yeah,
the ER is where
if that's true that JLR did call CPS, yeah, that's not cool. For something like that, that's crazy. From my last soulmate. Oh God. That was supposed to be a twin flame, not a soulmate. It's a different thing. Who's that?
Good morning. How you doing, y'all? Good morning.
Is that his girlfriend that just came out of the... Did you guys see that girl with him? Was that his girlfriend? Oh, I know. I watched the Mary thing. We went over it on here a little bit. I think. Or maybe we didn't.
So the person said they love seeing this and they're proud of us being good parents together. So how do you feel about that?
I love that. We definitely are good parents.
I watched the Island Boys for entertainment. Steve Wilkos, is this for real? They're really going on Steve Wilkos. Is that real life? What the hell? Look. I'm sorry, I was just noticing this ad right here with this girl like putting her... What's going on? Anyways. All right, guys. His final live performance, 10/22/22. This is Aaron Carter for anybody who was out.
Big bro, nigga, put shit together. Yeah. That's the cameraman, man. Yeah, nigga.
What the heck? Yeah, that's Aaron Carter. He used to sing all the time live on Instagram. He was always live. Oh, that's Alex's sister? Okay. I was going home and getting him back in for semester with no penalties. You can tell Buster's just blowing him off on those phone calls. You're listening. Well, thank you. At least you're giving us, that's nice of you. You're dedicated and very sweet. You see 11-11 all the time. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that means I guess your soulmate's coming close. I don't know. It means different things. Like some sites say it means like you're on the right direction. Like we'll say the same thing basically as 333 means. Yeah, he was interesting sometimes when bored to watch his Instagram lives because he was live 24/7. That basically was he didn't really, I don't think he really sang or acted or did much besides go live on, I guess be an influencer or whatever, make money on Instagram. But he was really sweet. I saw him be really sweet to some of his fans that really, like I saw him a couple of times, like have this one girl that she was like disabled. I don't know if disabled, but she had some kind of, she had something where, I don't know though. I don't want to say it wasn't disabled. Like she had learning difficulties. She was delayed, and he was so sweet to her. She was like his biggest fan, and he would like send her stuff. And like, I guess like he met her through the Make-A-Wish Foundation and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's how. And then she started being on his lives, and he sent her all kinds of, because he had that clothing brand, that he was working on. Mary is going on Stephen Wilkos. Is that for real? Where'd you hear that at? Yeah, he could be really sweet. But he could sometimes be, because he always felt attacked. He was very defensive,
You pooped in the refrigerator? And you ate a whole wheel of cheese? How'd you do that? It's actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Sorry, I was just playing some of my new. Oh, guys, listen to this. So, listen yesterday. Okay, before I go real quick, let's listen to this. So you're going to hear what Michelle D's grandkids or it might be her daughters. It might be her kids. Anyways, they sent me birthday wishes. It was the cutest thing ever. And she said I could play it. So listen. And I made them like sound bites too.
Happy birthday, Adrian. We love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Do you want to sing her a song? Happy birthday to you, Adrian. Happy birthday to Adrian. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Wait, there's another one.
Happy birthday, Adrian. The coolest girl with a friend like the head. Isn't that you sing it? Happy birthday Adrian with it's Adrian. Do you want to try again? Adrian, you're the best. Oh, that's so nice. Adrian,
Oh, so cute. They're little voices, so I made them into sound bites. Here's one of them so that I can use it for people, you know, when it's their birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So I made a sound bite, but I had to keep this one too. I made this one a sound bite too because it was so cute.
Happy birthday, Adrian. We love you. Happy birthday to you.
I have this too.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
That's so cute. Let's see what other. I got this one for well, maybe I'll save it. I'll have to save these because they're not funny unless you use them at the right time. Let's see what else.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Is it possible that there are no coincidences? Are you ready for a war?
All right, guys. I guess I'll go and just remember.
For all of us here at News Center 4, I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.
Oh, gosh. All right, guys. Thank you, G Crime. Thank you, guys. Oh, I know. But she was telling me today she's never gonna have kids. That it's funny because she has a fear of childbirth, and I always had the same fear too. Like, I thought it was, I don't know. I used to get grossed out by the thought of childbirth. Bye, Christy. Hi, Christy. Bye, Christy. All right. Yeah. Have a good night. Maybe we'll have something exciting. Something exciting will happen tomorrow. I'm sure it's been kind of a slow day here on the YouTube streets, but I'm sure there's exciting things like just lurking around the corner, I'm sure. So, all right, guys. I will talk to y'all later.